Hi everyone, we're here with Nikki Venema, a senior captain on the women's swim and dive team. Recently, this past weekend, the women's swim and dive team captured their second championship in 3 seasons.
She won the 50 free, 100 free, and the 100 fly this past weekend, capturing her second High Point award in the last 3 Ivy League championships. Welcome, Nikki.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really nice to get to share my experience as being a Princeton athlete.
So the first question we have for you, going back to when you were a freshman or even before you came to Princeton, what made you choose Princeton?
Well, this is a great story. I feel like I had a very serendipitous experience for my recruiting process. I didn't really know where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to swim, and I knew I wanted a place that made me feel like I was at home. And Brett Lungard, the head coach, actually sat next to one of my father's friends on an airplane, and somehow I came up in conversation, and basically Brett searched me up on college swimming, and I had my first call with him and visited him during the summer before my senior year and committed. I didn't talk to any other schools. I just had one conversation with Brett, and I met some of the swimmers that were currently on the team, and I loved it, and I loved that it had both opportunities for me academically and professionally in terms of swimming. So yeah, that's kind of the weird, uncommon process that I went through, but I've loved Princeton ever since, and I'm so grateful I had at least 3 years to compete here.
Well, we're happy to have you here.
Seems like it's paid off as of now.
Yes.
So, our second question is, what is the most important lesson that Princeton swimming has taught you? Obviously, with 3 competitive seasons here, I mean, those 5:30 a.m. practices, they start to get to you, but what is your favorite lesson this season?
I feel like I've definitely grown a lot as an athlete and as a person over these 3 years. But I would say it's taught me how to be resilient and how to be gritty when times get tough. The class of P23 did not have it easy. We went through COVID. We went through a crazy time with last year and people getting sick. And obviously everyone has personal struggles as well. And the whole team just really supports us being resilient, and our coaches and our staff just really support us in every sense of the word. And I've just learned that I can get back up after being knocked down a couple times, and I think it's a testament to the culture that Princeton Women's Swim and Dive has created, and I'm going to take that lesson with me through my entire life, and I know that I can overcome any obstacle I put my mind to. So.
Perfect. And with such a successful career here at Princeton, everyone's wondering really what your next steps are going to be after you graduate here in May.
What a wonderful question. The daunting question of what you're going to do after you graduate. But I really, really hope to continue my swimming career in whatever capacity that may be. I'm a dual citizen of New Zealand, and that offers a lot of opportunities for me in terms of swimming internationally. I do have a 5th year of eligibility, and I do want to pursue a graduate degree in whatever that may be, still in the works, but I do have a lot of avenues that can be available to me, and definitely the goal is to finish off the Princeton career on a high note and get my thesis done. So that stuff will come a little bit later as stuff settles.
Yeah. Do you hope to one day play in the Olympics?
What a dream. I feel like that's
Olympics.
every athletic dream, at least especially for swimming, since it is the highest stage for that. That would be amazing. Definitely a childhood dream come true. But honestly, my dream is just to continue swimming it for as long as I can. I've loved the sport since I was 4 years old, and it's just really, it's a grounding thing for me to do, and I hope to continue it for the rest of my life.
Perfect.
And obviously, you know, swimming is one of the largest athletic commitments on campus. What are you majoring in, and how has it been managing your time between the academic side and the athletic side at Princeton?
Yeah, so definitely Princeton is probably one of the hardest places to be athletically and academically superior, just the amount of challenges that are presented. And yes, swimming does require a lot of work. It's aerobic and anaerobic sport, so we have a very, very long season. But I'm majoring in psychology, which I've loved. I came in as a geoscience major, but realized I don't really like hard math that much, so I switched over to psychology, and I've loved it ever since. But yeah, I think just having the team to support me in my endeavors and the resources that are available at Princeton to help me through kind of the growth period of learning how to handle both was really helpful to me. And I'm really happy to be able to pass that on to my younger teammates.
Perfect. And for the second part of our segment, we are going to do sort of rapid fire questions with Nikki, asking her about a day in her life at Princeton, what eating club she likes to go to, where she likes to study, and just generally what she prefers. So we'll get started. Junior paper or senior thesis?
Senior thesis, and I only say that because psychology major has 2 JPs, so that means that there's double the time commitment, plus I'm only taking 2 classes this semester, so I get to dedicate a lot more time to my thesis.
And with that, a lot of work, where's your favorite place to study?
Now, this may be unconventional, but I love studying in my bed. I am such a little hermit, and I love to type on my computer in my bed.
Whatever works, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
So you definitely like to study alone rather with friends?
Yes. Sometimes I need to study with friends just because studying alone if I need to get stuff done, I gotta study alone. But if I want it to be more of a social atmosphere, I definitely want to study with friends.
So throughout your 4 years here, what has been your favorite or most memorable course you've taken?
Ooh, that's really tough. I took this higher level neuroscience class about it's called From Animal Behaviors to Changing People's Minds, and basically we were able to use computational models to figure out like how that relates to changing people's opinions and how that relates to learning. And it was just an amazing class, and the professor was amazing, and I don't know, just one of the most interesting classes I've taken.
It's great. Maybe we'll take it one day.
We might have to, or any of our viewers watching, if you're interested. Seems like a great class.
Neuro 338, it's a great class.
And obviously, with all the work you're doing, academically and athletically, replenishing and refueling is very important. What dining hall are you going to after a hard practice?
Roma. I love
Roma.
Roma.
Wow.
I
It's a
do.
crazy call.
I'm not a huge fan of the new colleges just because they're really packed. But Roma is a staple in my diet. It's very close to where I live. I live in Folk Hall, and I love being close to where I'm going to sleep. So,
Of course, comfort.
yeah.
And so obviously, you are a senior now. With that, eating clubs. What eating club are you in?
I'm in Cannondale Elm, a proud gunner, and I love it so much.
What's your favorite meal there?
I think a crowd favorite is the salmon, at least for me. I love having a salmon every day. We have tons of specials, which is amazing. It's notorious for having the best food on the street, as much of you know.
I did hear that.
Yes, and it lives up to that. It's amazing. I could really get anything, and the staff and the people in there are just amazing. So it's a great place to hang out as well. Another great place to study, if it's not my bed.
It's great.
Well,
And then one more question. On a night out, what's your favorite eating club? Is it Cannon, or do you like to switch it up and spend time with other people?
Obviously, I love Cannon. I'm going to stop by there at least once. But I'm a huge fan of whatever club's having a nice theme. I love a good theme. I love dressing up. I think it's really fun. And it shakes up, kind of the regular nightlife at Princeton.
Heard it from Nikki, don't be generic.
well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been great to talk and, share a little bit about me and my Princeton experience.
It's great, you gave us everything. And Nikki will be swimming over March break in Tennessee for the NCAA championships, hopefully with a relay too. So
Yes.
there's a lot of great things coming up with Nikki. Her career is not over yet,
Hopefully,
but
fingers
we have a
crossed.
lot more to look forward to with Nikki, and we are all going to be watching you and cheering you on.
And
Thank
we
you
all
so
wish you the
much.
best of luck.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.